Hi everyone, and welcome back to the YouTube channel. So today I am working on Surge Pulsators. This is a C Surge Pulsator, and this is a teardown of an S Surge Pulsator. The overall block and outside case is very similar. The difference is inside here, there's little bars. And on this one, there's just a pin on an S. So it takes a different style lid for the different pulsators. Now, some people, they switch from an S to a C, and you can research online, Google all that with as much information that's out there. You don't need me to tell you it. So if you're getting into milking goats, sheep, or cows, you need to know how to clean, how to tear down, and either clean to rebuild or just clean to keep using. Now, some people will keep on hand 2 pulsators, which I do highly, highly recommend, because when it stops and you can't figure it out or you don't have time, it's real easy to just pick up this other pulsator that's sitting in a box or in a bag, dust-free, put that on there and be ready. Now, that being said, I've already tore down this pulsator because I have a video on rebuilding a C pulsator and an S pulsator. The process is basically the same. Now they have Coburn parts. This is a Coburn pulsator repair kit, and you can get these through Hamby Dairy Supply for just under $11. They go up to $20 depending on the website you order from. Hamby is the cheapest place I found. They also can be ordered in bulk, so if you want to do more or less a cleaning job and replace the gasket, you can buy just gaskets, you can buy just leathers, whatever is needed. There is also formerly a Maze pulsator kit. I've got a package here for it somewhere. And the Maze pulsator kit also came with this, which seems to only show up in the S pulsators. And I haven't actually come across or seen a name for it. And then the other thing that it comes with is the little sliders, but they're made of a nylon plastic. So that's the old Maze, and it is Maze number 863 kit for Surge. So that's what it says. This came from Holland, Michigan. Now, as far as I know, everyone has discontinued Maze. I don't know if they're any longer in business, but these are the parts that they give you, and that is for a C pulsator, not for an S. They're made of plastic. The old ones are stainless steel. I recommend using these, not the plastics or nylons. The reason is that you can run these through your bench grinder, you can use a drill, you can use an emery board, sandpaper, whatever, and clean these up very, very nicely like new. Now, I've already gone to the workbench and cleaned up any surface rust on all of these parts. These are the sliders, tore down and taken apart. This is a new side gasket. A tip on these, that little hole, the second hole in, never lines up. If you take the screw out of your pulsator and run it through there, just to enlarge it a little bit, it will prevent it from tearing when you put it on. You can use awl, you can use an ink pen or a pencil. It's never quite lined up on the new ones. These are the little metal caps that go on the end. There's another brass piece that goes in there with the leathers, and a screw that holds it all together with the slider. Now, speaking of the sliders, you have to make sure that these are facing the right way. The little bar is facing up on an S on both sliders. Now on the C pulsator, I'll just show you on this plastic one. See how it's kind of like a pair of eyebrows and a nose? You want to make sure that you line that up because the holes in the blocks are different on a C than on an S. So just referencing back real quick, it's been a little while since I've replaced a C pulsator. I've got lots of notes and papers in front of me. So on a C pulsator, it goes on like that, facing up, not like this. So just make sure you keep that in mind. You want a mustache, not a goatee. Now you can get these old crusty pulsators like in this condition for anywhere from, you know, like 30 to maybe $50 to $60. It doesn't take a whole lot to rebuild these. And then when you have the cost of the kit, cleaning it up, your time, and versus like buying a new one, a lot of people are like, ew, I don't know. Well, I can clean that up real easily. Now, the first of these that I ever did, I did in my kitchen sink with a toothbrush, a nail brush, soap and water, and an emery board, and it worked great. I tested them on my vacuum pump, used them on our own cows. They worked perfectly. That being said, some people have said, I don't see what you're doing up close. So I'm gonna set up this camera so you can just watch me build this. I already have it tore down. And tearing it down is pretty self-explanatory. You remove the screws on the ends, that pops both of those off and is going to expose this assembly like this. So then you remove this piece, and then you're going to remove all of these little circle pieces off of the end of that, and then you're left with that. Then I go through, I clean all of it. You can clean out all the ports with air. You can clean them out. The kits come with pipe cleaner. I find the compressed air works really, really good. You have to make sure you oil your leathers, and that's the downfall that most people have with their pulsator. So let's turn this camera around and show you how to do this up close. So anytime I've put a Surge Pulsator together and put it back together, you always want to make sure that the slides slide back and forth really well, easily, so that it's not being forced with your vacuum pump or anything. So I always just give it a good exercising to make sure that there's plenty of oil. Remember, you're oiling the leathers, not the entire pulsator. So that is up close how you rebuild your pulsator. Now, a lot of the things are the same between the S and the C, so go ahead, follow that link up there, and you can go to those videos as well. Remember, you could like, you could subscribe. I have the pulsators in my Etsy shop. I have various parts for the Surge Pulsators, and if in stock, entire and complete bucket milker sets that have been rebuilt. So head over there on the My Channel page. There's a link to the Etsy shop at the top. So you can go over there to the Etsy link. You can buy any of the parts you need. You can buy any of our vintage finds. I do a lot of antiquing and thrift store shopping in the way and resell those items as well. So we'll see you next time. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.